Hypercar. The Hypercar. I did every Bugatti. Not gonna talk about any of them because I'm not a fan of them at all, except for the EB110. Both of them are alternative to metal cars. I have the pro settings for both of them. Buy them, use them if you haven't by now, and trust me, you won't be disappointed. Guttering, speed, stability, all of those things, they have it. I don't have anything to say about these other Bugattis, to be honest. Definitely not a fan of this. That mileage is just from summits, escaped, most of them. Barely even use it in grand races. I don't like it at all. Other than that, I don't have anything to say. This still definitely an alternative to metal cars. Buy them, use them, try my pro settings, and you'll see for yourself. Now the Ferraris, I did all of them as well, winning with every Ferrari, excuse me. Alternative to metal car, definitely the F8 and the SF90. Now this thing can be unpredictable sometimes, but it's easy to handle. It's fast. I mean, 1.7, that's Alpha GP acceleration. That's crazy. Definitely an alternative to a metal car. So the SF90 and the F8 definitely an alternative. If you want to fool around, I will suggest the LaFerrari. I think I got it to be pretty stable with my pro settings. I have it on the channel. You guys can give it a try. It's a pretty good car, definitely. A little bit competitive sometimes. Not the best, not the worst, somewhere in the middle, just how I like them. Now the 4GT acceleration is out of this planet. Guttering, it gutters like a dream. It handles like a dream. Easy car to drive. Definitely 150% alternative to a metal car. You can easily smoke some Agueras and some Bugattis with this thing. Trust me, if you don't have it by now, wake up and go buy it. And if I don't think I have the pro settings for it on my channel. I'm not sure, but I will upload it as well. Definitely buy it. Definitely 150% buy it, this car. Now from the Jaguars, I did winning with every Jaguar. These are all poo except the XJ220. I will definitely recommend this car. Not a metal car, but definitely an alternative to a metal car. Handling pretty good, braking, acceleration, yada yada yada, all around a very solid car. I would definitely suggest you guys to give it a try. From the Koenigsegg's, an alternative would be the CCR. It does oversteer a little bit sometimes, but it's fast. If you don't have it by now, buy it, try it. My pro settings, I have it on the channel. You will not be disappointed, trust me. From the Lambos, I have all the Lambos as well, winning with every Lamborghini. The Countach is pretty easy car to drive. Excuse me. It's not the fastest, not the slowest. Again, somewhere in the middle. You can definitely win with it. The Huracan Performante as well, and the Cyan Roadster. These three cars are definitely an alternative to a metal car, in my book at least. Now for the McLarens, they are all failed speed and power wise. I don't know why, but if you're going for cornering, the P1 Gold Line Edition is a gutter magnet. This thing is glued to gutters. Just keep it in second or third gear depending on the hairpin or on the gutter as well. This thing is like a magnet for gutters, man. This thing does not come off gutter at all, except when you start going straight, you know, like when you start to come out of the gutter, when you start to go straight, that's when this car comes out. Other than that, keep it in second or third gear and you will be the gutter king. Trust me, this thing is the best out of all McLarens here. So the P1 Gold Line Edition, definitely an alternative to a metal car. The Nissans, Both of them are pretty good, especially the R390. I barely see this thing. Those who drive it know that this car is or it can be very competitive. It's a very good car, pretty solid all around, definitely an alternative to a metal car. The Noble, not my personal favorite, the M500, but the M600, second favorite car in hypercar class. This thing is a lesser version than the Agera R. That's the best way that I can put it. I don't have the pro settings for it as well, but I do use it a lot. I love it. It's a little bit more stable than the Agera, but if you drove it, or if you're planning to drive it, you'll see that it will remind you of the Agera so much. This thing is a lesser version than the Agera. That's the best way I can put it. So 5,000,000% an alternative to a metal car. This Noble is my go-to car sometimes, or my number one choice, so to say it. From the Paganis, Utopia is pretty good. I see people still use it, which is pretty good, pretty cool to see. But from these two, I've talked to a lot of players and they say that they prefer the primary edition. But me personally, I do prefer excuse me, the base version of this Honda F. I don't know why, but I can handle it better than the primary edition. Both of them are pretty good, don't get me wrong. If you have them, use them, trust me, you won't be sorry. They're very good. But from my personal opinion, I will always pick this one first, the base version. Both of them are good. Both of them are considered to be an alternative to a metal car in my book. So let's see what we have from the Porsches. I don't know. Sometimes difficult to drive, sometimes unpredictable. I don't know. The Carrera is a very fast car. Not the best in cornering, both versions, but they are very fast, both versions. I have the pro settings coming for this Green Flash edition pretty soon, so you guys will be able to give it a try. For those who have the car, of course. I got it from the summit, from the crew too. I'll have the pro settings, like I said, in a few days on the channel. You guys can give it a shot, but I wouldn't consider any Porsches as an alternative to a metal car, to be honest. The Proto Flashback, it can surprise you sometimes, to be honest. It does surprise me sometimes when I drive it. It's pretty good. Not an alternative to a metal car, definitely not, but it can be pretty competitive if your driving skills are pretty good. And I don't mean that as an insult, of course not. I'm just saying how it is. The Renault, never really tried it in a ground race, just tried some pro settings. I still have to try it in a ground race, I don't know. The Salines, no. Like in Hypersport, definitely an alternative to a metal car. Definitely, it takes gutters well. It's not too loose. It's pretty stable, speed-wise it's pretty good, or it's a solid car all around in my book. Definitely an alternative to a metal car. The Zenvos, both of them are pretty good. I didn't really notice any difference between these two versions. Both are pretty good, so yes, I will consider them to be an alternative to a metal car.